Breakfast on Live 89.5 been brought to you by Bliss Beach Club. Now, here's the situation. I'm departing the show at the end of this week. Friday will be my last day on the air. And coming in, we have a replacement. We've got a brand new dude, okay? You can just hear, he's here right now. He's in that voice right there was him. That was him. He just spoke for the first time on Kids Live 89.5. Dave O'Connor.
Yes, good morning.
Will be your brand new breakfast guy. He'll be on Wake Up, which starts next week at 7 in the morning. And, well, you are from Ireland, and I'm the
Yes.
Departed, so it only seemed fitting that I played this music, which is by a band called Dropkick Murphys, who aren't actually from Ireland.
Oh, for God's sake.
And it's a song called Chipping Up to Boston, which is not in Ireland, but it kind of sounds sort of Irish, and it's cool. So we're going to play this in the background
Don't worry, I've got Ralph Harris coming up for you in a couple of minutes' time as well.
with his wobble board.
Would this be a terrible time to say, Sam, I actually prefer you than Kirsty, and I'd prefer if she went home to Australia?
I know you don't mean that, Dave.
This
That's
is
not what
how-
you told me yesterday.
This is how it starts. You're living in the same building as well. Can we just establish this now?
Hang on a second. I moved in first,
Oh, please.
and then what happened was Kirsty took a shine to me because I've been in Phuket since last Friday, just kind of finding my feet, you know, and she's like, oh, so, where did you find a place to live? And,
Yeah, I really sound like
That's
that.
what she sounds like. And I told her, and then before I knew it, she was my next door neighbour now. So
Come on, Dave. Let's be honest here. You're stalking me.
Kirsty, look, whatever you
He's
want to
stalking
say,
me,
people
everyone.
know the truth already, you know, they know already. But I just hope that she doesn't come home after a night out and start knocking on my door at 3 in the morning, you know, because I might let her in. So,
Well, she's got. If
That
she
won't be happening.
starts making the moves on you, you're gonna have to change the name of the show from Wake Up to Pillow Talk from 7 till 11 every morning.
Sam, if Kirsty gets near my pillow, there will be no talking.
Oh, God.
Whee!
Oh, no. This is going to be very interesting.
I don't think we've ever had two guys in the studio before. It's
No.
certainly the testosterone levels just upped in here. Tell you what we'll do.
so did mine.
We'll do outside broadcasts from your bedroom. We'll set up some mic rigs on the tables by the bed. Kirsty can have a cigarette, and you can just make yourselves nice and comfortable.
Sounds lovely.
This is the plan.
Stalker. Stalker.
Fantastic. That's going to be the nature of the show, basically. I guess it's going to be one of those will they or won't they things. They're like Mulder and Scully on the X-Files.
We have some challenges for you today.
Oh, really? I heard there's a bit of an initiation.
Well, here's the thing. It just struck me last night when I arrived here around about 2 years ago. The breakfast guy at the time, right off the plane from Australia, I hadn't had much sleep. It was an early flight. I was a little bit drunk at the time. He took me down to Bangla Road. First stop. I'd never been in Southeast Asia, never seen Phuket. Right down to Bangla Road, which is like a scene out of Total Recall. It's like when they go to Mars and the woman's there with the 3 boobs. That was exactly like what it was down in Bangla. Have you been down to Bangla Road yet?
You know, I haven't
Not
actually
yet.
been there yet. I've stayed in the nice, quiet areas. No, I haven't gone down yet. But, I mean, I believe it's an experience, but I'd probably pay for a girl with 3 boobs, to be honest with you. I've never seen
You
that
can't
before.
say that yet.
Let's mark that down. The new
Whatever.
breakfast guy would pay for a girl with
With
3
standard 2 boobs, not a chance.
Oh,
No,
wow.
you don't get cheddar for 2 boobs.
Okay, guys.
Anyway, by
Challenge.
the by, I was taken down there. I was taking a soy crocodile, and that's the Katoy soy down there, and they were on stage, and so I had a whole lot of things to kind of deal with at once. I was being plied with drink. I had gorgeous looking women who, in fact, weren't women on stage in front of me. I was sitting at a bar next to a lizard. It was like the canteen.
Did you have a good conversation?
With the lizard, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just like, can you believe this, man? And he's just like, I'm drugged up, so I don't bite people. So, I can't believe anything right now.
Did you take the lizard home?
I thought about it. I thought, am I meant to? Is this like a takeaway thing? Is this like a gift bag from the bar?
Takeaway.
Like, here, have an iguana. Here's your iguana. Thank you for coming again. No, I didn't actually. But I was thinking that kind of, the shock was there from the start. And from that point on, I could kind of deal with everything.
Okay.
So we're thinking for you
Oh, God.
that you need a bit of a shock to the system as well to really get you in the Phuket frame of mind, which is basically accept everything is the Phuket frame of mind. That's how you got
Okay.
to operate. on
Even
this show.
that bite on your ankle.
Yes, I do have a mosquito bite on my ankle. They saw my fresh Irish skin and went for me the second I got off the plane.
That's just it. And they're like, tasty British blood.
I'm assuming this isn't going to be the initiation of being bent over and paddled on the bum then. No,
No.
It's kind of looking forward to that.
Well, it almost could be. You know, this is the thing. That is definitely an option here. But we're not going to paddle you like some sort of frat house in an American university.
I'm so disappointed right now. You have no idea.
What you have here, you've got a few different categories
Okay.
that you can choose from. Okay. Now the challenge here is, and once you've accepted this challenge, it's accepted. It has to be done. Whatever you choose out of these categories, all right, and we'll throw it. Once we've told you, we'll throw it to a song, give you some time to think about
Okay.
it. You have to fulfill whatever task you choose here from these very carefully disguised categories. Okay. So here you go. You got 5 choices.
Okay, 5 choices, right?
Number 1, just whip it. Number 2, you look tense. Number 3, what's bugging you? Number 4, get lost. And number 5, hot stuff. They're your choices.
Could people perhaps call in and maybe shed some light on what exactly any of those are?
I think some people might have an idea about what some of them are. If you want, if you're feeling something for Dave here this morning, 076 612 895, give us a bell and tell us what you want him to do out of these categories. As I said, they're very carefully worded, but if you
Okay.
read between the lines, you can kind of see where we're going from it. Once again, just whip it. Number 1, you look tense. Number 2, what's bugging you? Number 3, get lost. Number 4, and hot stuff. Number 5.
We need
Okay.
that game show music.
We will have that game show music
cool.
right after Matchbox 20. Here with Sam, Kirsty, and Dave, the new guy who's going to be starting next Monday on Wake Up. Gwen Stefani, Cool on Breakfast Live 89.5. Here with Sam, Kirsty, and Dave O'Connor. Like we mentioned, the new breakfast dude who's taken over on Wake Up next week from 7 in the morning onwards.
Hi, dude.
Hi, dude.
Hi, breakfast dude.
Oh, good eye.
Gnarly. Me gnarly.
Brilliant. Speaking of cultural ignorance, I've got to actually ask you a few culturally ignorant questions just to clear them off, because you know with being here on the island, big expat community,
Yes.
there's a big sort of there's a lot of stereotypes that get flung around.
Yes. Is there many Irish living in Phuket? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of Irish bars, so I assume there's a lot of Irish people. You just,
Well, yeah.
I think
And there's a stereotype right there. Cheers.
they just don't emerge from the bars. They just stay in there. No, I've met a couple of Irish people. I wouldn't say they don't seem prevalent, but I think they're definitely around.
They're definitely
You notice
here.
them; they're all ginger and freckly. So
They stay inside. You'll see something sizzling on the side of the road, and you'll be like, "Well, there's one."
we can only go out between 3 and 4 a.m. during the winter, if there is a winter here. There's no winter here. I don't know.
So you will never be able to leave the office. 11 o'clock will come around, and you'll just be trapped here until evening.
Yeah, I have to get an extension cord and have aircon with me everywhere I go, even outside. So it's the only way I'll survive over here.
You need one of those big decorative sort of lacy umbrellas that they had in Pride and Prejudice, and just sort of carry that around with you.
That would make me look eloquent.
The sun is just startlingly hot today.
And let your tan light the way.
Yeah, I've lots of freckles, so I'm hoping someday all my freckles will join together and I look like Enrique Iglesias.
will.
That's the plan.
You'll be like Ricky Martin. You could rock that skin tight purple shirt.
Yeah.
You could borrow one off station manager Tim. He's got a whole cupboard full of them.
I could probably borrow one off you. You wear yours pretty tight as well.
I,
don't you?
love a tight shirt. When you got a figure like this, when you got fat that vaguely looks like muscle, a skin tight shirt
From a distance.
from a distance. I look great from a distance.
I heard the real reason Sam is leaving is because he's actually gone through every girl on the island. So he kind of got to the last one and went, it's time to go.
It's like when you finish. It's like when you
Slightly
finish
true.
when you finish Pokemon. You've caught them all, and you're like, I'm going to play this game anymore.
No matter
There's more fish in Australia.
Yeah.
no matter what woman I get with on this island, it's going to be your sloppy seconds. That's the worst thing.
Jeez, I'm
Is
sure.
there just a silence that has fallen over us?
I'm sure. No, I'm sure there are still a few untainted ones out there.
I'll be taking
I
over
doubt
from
it.
Sam both on air and off air. So
That's just it. Is that why you're honing in on Kirsty? Because,
And why?
just bro, we got the brother sister vibe going on.
We do, Sam.
I just wouldn't go there with her.
she's my plan B. No, I'm
Am
joking.
I glad I just missed that? What did you just
I
say?
said you're my plan B.
Oh my god!
That's not.
And you're my stalker.
That's a break. That's a break in case of emergency.
So I'm really worried about my. I'm really worried about my initiation, and I'm worried about all these options that you've given me. So I mean, I'm just not sure what one I would go for.
Thank you to Andrea for calling up as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And she thinks you should have gone for.
The hot stuff, was it?
But what do you want to go
Well,
for?
you see, I think the hot stuff might be something to do with chili and hot food.
You're honing in on what it's about. Yeah, definitely.
And I can't go there. You know, my pet. That's
My-
how I like it.
No spicy.
No spice.
No spicy for this
They're
man.
the only words I've learned since I came here. I think I will go for the first one. What was the first one again? It was something to do with whip.
Just whip it.
Just whip it.
You know, I was secretly hoping you would go for this
Oh, really?
one, and that's why I put it at the top of the list.
Yeah, I decided to go for just whip it because you know it sounds like a fun weekend.
And it will be.
and,
Okay.
and may I just say, I had nothing to do with this particular one, okay?
This is the first one that came to my mind,
Yep.
which just shows where
Oh,
my
God.
head's at.
I know.
Okay, Dave, you've chosen Just Whip It as your breakfast challenge. This
have.
must be completed by the end of next week, your first week on the air
Okay.
of Wake Up. So you'll have to give people updates on how this is going. If you don't achieve it over the weekend, there is a bar in Patong.
Oh God, that's a bad start straight away.
The bar in Patong is
The
called,
end.
is called Susie Wong's.
Hang on now, I did some research. I'm pretty sure Susie Wong's is quite famous for something, no?
It's quite famous for, well, for dancing girls, number one, but also for
And
these...
no one named Willow.
And no one named Willow. And for these styrofoam sticks, okay, that make a large cracking noise when you hit someone with them. They don't hurt people. They're harmless, but they're loud.
I can't
Okay.
believe we're talking about this.
Here's what you have to do. People who frequent this bar are often whipped by and use these to whip, okay? Dave O'Connor.
Yes.
Your challenge is to go into Susie Wong's,
Okay.
be whipped, and whip.
Hang on,
least-
it's just be whipped. He doesn't have to whip, does he?
He probably will.
Oh, no.
I'll probably get thrown out by security.
You're allowed to. You're encouraged to.
This is
in
a
fact.
great start, Dave. I realise that.
And-
What'd you do over the weekend?
Does Kirsty get to come with me, and do I get to whip Kirsty?
Between you and Kurt. What happens on Wake Up next week is none of my concern.
Oh, wow, I'm scared.
Okay,
yeah.
I'll do
Don't
it. I'll
leave
do
me,
it.
Sam.
There we go.
I'm up for the challenge.
Dave will be at Susie Wong sometime in the next week being
Wow.
whipped. Has to be on skin as well. Okay, none of this whipping you on the t-shirt nonsense.
If you see a pasty, freckly Irish guy whipping everyone in the bar, you know it's me.
You'll have whipping marks all over you.
It's William Wallace style punishment, even though William Wallace was Scottish and you are in fact Irish.
And we'll be
it's
following
fine.
up on this as well. You have to do this.
No, listen, I'm fine. I'll show you the marks. So I'll show you the marks.
Save yourself.
We need photographic evidence of this. We'll get Phuket News TV down there. We'll do a special. Do one of those, like a cultural kind of show.
Oh, it's special, all right. It's special.
Fantastic. And just before we say goodbye to you today, Dave, you'll be hearing plenty of Dave next week, though. Just want to clear up a couple of Irish stereotypes.
Okay.
Are you in fact drunk right now?
I'm always drunk. It's actually a legal requirement when you hold an Irish passport. You're not allowed to be sober.
You must be drunk at all times.
We get liver failure when we don't drink. It's just how we're born.
It's like when you stop putting oil in a car.
Yeah.
The engine just breaks down.
Yeah,
the
that's what
Irishman's liver just goes.
Yeah, it just goes, you know. So yeah, so that is true. I am drunk right now.
And if I stalked you for a long period of time, would I find a pot of gold?
Only at the bottom of a rainbow.
There we go.
No, only.
To be sure, to be sure.
No, there's no pot of. Is that all the stereotypes you have?
That's all I can think of.
And
Yeah.
have you
Best
seen-
you can come up with?
Have you seen a leprechaun?
No, I've never seen a leprechaun. I've seen some small people, but you know, I've never seen any
Did
leprechauns.
you ever chase them?
Oh my
Have you,
God.
Have you chased small people, Dave?
I've chased leprechaun. Oh, this is terrible. Just go away. You bloody Australians. Why don't you go and put some shrimp on the Barbie?
Dave O'Connor will be anchoring Wake Up. It's the brand new breakfast show here on 89.5. It's kicking off next Monday, or this upcoming Monday, I should say, at 7 in the morning. He has a challenge that he must fulfill.
Yes.
In the meantime, which is quite confronting. He'll be bringing you up to date on that next week, I'm sure. Dave, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
On the air this morning.
Looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it. Everyone's looking forward to it.
Whip it good.
There we go.
Sam,
News.
you're only looking forward to it because you're going home.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to sleeping. News coming up at 9 o'clock.
ที่ปีควิกให้คุณสบายใจรับปีใหม่ด้วยโปรโมชั่นยิ่งใหญ่แห่งปี